Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with Diva D. How you doing? The name of this episode will be in the description. I cannot remember the name of it. I've been running through trying to get to it. This episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac, and guys, the episode was just okay for me. And this was supposed to be their redemption season, okay? And they getting on my nerves. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with a little inside tea. I was riding there minding my own business. And that's why that's why I'm kind of glad that I did this episode kind of late, because I would have missed Rhop. Child, I was riding there listening to Robin on that podcast on the Twitter X. And she was dragging the living mess out of Karen. And see, Gizelle is a different person when she gets around Robin in reference to Karen. When Gizelle is with Karen alone, oh, they are the best of friends. We've been friends longer than the show. This, that, and the third, and the fourth. Gets over there on their podcast, reasonably trashy, and they're dragging Karen. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with Robin dragging Karen. Don't get it twisted. I have too, because I do not like the fact that she was trying to say that she was literally innocent. Literally, they didn't have any proof. So many literals that Robin finally got her chance to mention. Talking about something, the truth will come out. Karen, the truth did come out. You were stumbling, bumbling, drungling miss. And drungling is not a word, but I had to find another word to rhyme. It was supposed to rhyme with drunk. Drunken miss. And when Karen said, "Oh my God, I'm lit." And the cop said, "Yes, ma'am, you are indeed lit." It was just something about that just gave Robin her up and comings, didn't it? So at least Robin still has the show with Gizelle. And I believe if they didn't win, I believe they're on their way to winning, because their reasonably shady, Slim Shady lawsuit was a fool. I don't even think that Eminem had anything to do with that. It probably came across his desk one day and he was like, "Yep, they got shady in it. Let me shadily take them to court. But I don't want to appear because I'm bigger than the show." Well, if you were bigger than the show, you could have left those two messy ass housewives over there. Didn't even have to entertain yourself with such. You know what I'm saying? And that's neither here nor there. Also, Essence wrote an article dragging the living it out of me. So it says, "There is nothing entertaining," citing my sources, Essence article. "There is nothing of course, I'm not going to read the whole article. I just wanted you all to have an idea. And of course, you can go back over there and check it out yourself. There's nothing entertaining about Mia Thornton's storyline. At first, I enjoyed Mia's antics and her quirks and irks, but moving her boyfriend in immediately with her kids and those Instagram posts, could she go any lower?" Then this article is by Victoria Umoroge. I don't know how to pronounce that. So, as the season drawn on, she had criticism for Wendy Osefo. Then I remember being impressed that she seemed to be relatively unbothered, smiling through the whole test moment, and genuinely appearing just happy to have a peach. Wait, that's Atlanta. I think it's a glass of wine on Potomac. No, it's champagne. But anyway, move right along. But you know what I'm referring to. Whatever signifies you're a main cast member on the show and have arrived. Watching her in season 9, though, has been difficult, as her marriage to Gordon Thornton has at least on the show seemingly gone kaput, and she's publicly moved on with a man not so far past by the name in her not so far past by the name of Ink, aka Incognito. But child, since you broke this organ, they done broke up. Moving him in with the kids, living in the same apartment complex with her estranged husband, it has been a damn train wreck. And while she's spoken about how hard everything has been, not knowing where her kids are in the last episode and feeling overwhelmed, the complexity of her situation, she's behaved as someone who is quite the opposite. Yeah, because she's acting like a kid in the candy store. Every week, she gives the same odd update on her situation. Cast members, sometimes without being asked, running down her situation as if she's informing everyone that it's the latest episode from Netflix. Guess what you miss? These updates will often run counter to what she shares in social media. As her eager boyfriend, soon to be ex-husband, who has been open about his bipolar diagnosis, would toast and seem to be having good times. Going to decide, leaving going to decide he wasn't with the bull snit as soon as the flash went off, or so she claims. Okay, so that was just an idea of what is going on there. Like I said, you can read the article yourself, and then she goes on to mention about the DNA test that they're supposed to be having on Jeremiah because Ink thinks the child is healed. Now, does the Ink still think the child is healed now that they've broken up? And maybe they broke up because Ink wanted a bigger part of her life. I mean, a bigger part where she wasn't willing to give Gordon up. Also, the word on the street, and I didn't say this, you can hear it from me, allegedly. Now, remember, everything is alleged in my opinion, except for the recap, because I'm going by what I see on the show. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just throwing in this little article here. Word on the street is since they broke up, that they never worked together. That this was a scheme and a plot set up by Todd to come to us with bullshit. Also, it's also out there that there's a rumor that she never thought Jeremiah was Ink's kid. Okay, it's several rumors out there. There's another rumor out there that says joint chiropractic is very much in business, and Gordon is no longer a figurehead, and the brothers have decided to give him what he was due. Now, you know who really was a figurehead? Mia. What happened? I'm a boss. What happened to that? Moving right along. So the episode opens up and we have them. They are still on the trip. And back to Mia in reference to this article. She's boohooing. Where are my kids? Nothing impressive about this crying. Because Mia be lying. Okay? And I hate to use anything that, hey, yes, Carlos can't come up with. But honey, that right there is nothing more than the truth. So her head is swelled all up and she thinks she could say anything about anybody and anybody's kids. So remember, last episode is alleged that she called Gizelle's children 304s right there on the camera like it wasn't nothing. So who else but to come in but her lap dog Jacqueline and pet her up. So he has left with the kids. So she calls the babysitter, who was allegedly Jacqueline's sister. Did Gordon come get the kids? Yes, he did. So where are the kids now? Did he drive 4 hours up the coast with the kids? Oh, of course he did. Only to leave them with the babysitter of his choice? Yes. But who is more disturbed about this other than Ashley? Ashley is so bothered that she didn't hop on a plane from over the seas and through the woods and go get her children or go find out exactly where they were. It wouldn't have been anything to stop me from getting the well-being of my children. Did I ever tell y'all the story about how one time I tweeted down to Twitter and X, and I said, and she was, degrading mothers who spank. And I said, girl, that is my absolute last resort, honey. If I have timed out, I have talked and I have talked, and this, that, and the third, and this, and I've taken things. That is my absolute last rule. And that heifer gonna come back and say, well, find another method after that. Because that is abuse. Now, when I say that she said that to me, and now I see how she does her children. Now my children ain't gonna climb up on my damn countertop with bare feet and dirty butts. No. Yeah, they will be reprimanded for that. So go on, girl, with your other methods. And like I said, I'm a social worker, so we came up with all different types of methods to help the foster parents to keep from spanking their children. However, if a foster parent adopted their children and spanking was a part of their punishment, once they were adopted, hands off from DHS. And it's a lot of people just don't understand or won't understand this spanking and knocking somebody head between the washer and the dryer. Shout out to Rodney, the voice. It's very different. and leaving marks is very different. But okay, go off then. I mean, you can't tell people how to raise their children. And that's what I used to tell. Once my hands were off as a DHS social worker, I said, don't call me. Don't text me. My hands are off. You raise these children how you want to. They are legally yours. However, if the police is called and knock the head between the washer and the dryer, then I might have to come back and get involved. However, at this point, while I don't recommend spanking as a first resort, I do not see anything wrong with it within reason. Okay, that's just me. I don't judge you, the ones that choose not to. And that way, I don't have to worry about my children sliding their little ditty butts across the countertop with bare feet that's been on the floor. So I don't have to worry about that. My kids aren't that much older than Ashley's children. So, these are the types of wigs that Ashley needs to wear. So, very subtle. I mean, that's a good wig for the forehead, okay? We drag that forehead all the time. And that wig right there doesn't quite show it like the rest. And, they're discussing about how the kids are okay. And, she chooses to stay on the trip. Now, Ashley knows how this works. They are family. I mean, family. Oh, slip of the tongue. They are at work. So, we all know Mia can't afford to lose that check because, she got to pay Ink to be with her on the show. Allegedly. So, Giselle and Karen give Wendy a hat, and Wendy's like, no, I ain't wearing that yet. Because Wendy is, have you seen Wendy's Instagram lately? Baby, her and those Nigerian outfits are slamming. Do you hear me? Yeah, if Wendy doesn't do anything else, she gonna look good in the outfit, baby. And you can't take that away from her, period. So they go to lunch and they give more gifts to Wendy for being a gracious host. And they give her a bong that she thinks is a dildo. Honestly, it's like, oh, that's a small dildo. Karen, honestly, I thought that's what it was as well. It was banana shaped. Yeah, okay, move right along. So they asked Karen if she's gonna drink. And then Jacqueline, her whack ass. It's not like we're driving. Karen's like, bitch, I know that's right. For real. She can go. They were like, Karen got a confession. She was like, Oh, they was like, oh, Karen's sobriety. Who said Karen was sobriety? I have told these bitches that I'm just not gonna drink in front of them. Well, Karen, you must not have known that that video was gonna come out. Cause you don't need to drink in public or private or ever again. And then you have on that arrest wig and it seems. So they started playing a game, and the game was pick out the hat, and then mock whoever whose name you picking. Kiana got Stacy, but before that, Ashley called the kids to check on her boys that she don't discipline. I mean, you can come up with something, can't you? I mean, you don't want to spank them, do something. You're in America, Mom? Central America. Well, according to Donald Trump, Central America should just be plain old America. We got to expand the United States. We need Canada and Central America. Oof. I don't think Mexico is gonna go down without a fight on that. Neither is Canada, but okay. Kay did meal with the bottle. So Jacqueline can't leave Karen alone, and she does Karen. And they all can guess when Wendy goes, can I say something? Wendy says that so she can say it without just sticking it to her. Ooh, and Stacy does stiff Ashley no TikTok. She nailed it. And Giselle is and then nothing after that. So you're like, yeah, what was it? What was it you was about to say? You never finished. And the only thing they could think of to do about Kate is great. Ugh. When I tell you I don't like that crystal rusted busted Negro. Moving right along. So then they talk about how, Kay just talks about Greg all the time. Yeah. And she was like, well, we had to warm up to each other. He took me out on this boat and we went to the Bahamas. So we were saying, because, we started dating kind of early. And then Giselle tells the story about the dude who left Puerto Rico. I'm pretty sure that she was getting on his damn nerves. I would have left too. She's like, oh, okay, well, you can go. Bye. Yeah, just pay the bill before you go. Well, he must have paid the bill because, she don't seem to be upset about him not paying it. So Karen wants to hear nothing from Jacqueline. And Jacqueline tells a story about how men, you can get with them and then they go quick like Big D down to all the Queen's men. It happens. Then she said, well, sometimes I just chalk it up to me having good dust because my thing is about Mia can tell you that. Ugh. Can she? Y'all look gross. So we find out that Mia and I'm pretty sure they've shared more than just ink's pain. I'm just gonna keep it real. But anyway, the dude was good with his mouth. And it wasn't ink. Well, it was. I can't remember. Well, Mia said it was ink. So they couldn't ever figure out if it was ink or not. Probably was ink. His ass looked like a little short ass pervert. And he probably had to be good with his mouth because other things don't work that well. He probably was a 2-second man. So it wasn't ink. It was his best friend. And maybe we had a little foreplay because we did all take a shower together before. And y'all didn't do nothing. Okay. Yeah, we just fell off the turnip truck. Jacqueline says she is not ashamed. They were at a time when they were experimenting. And what time is better than to experiment with your best friend? Ugh. I mean, my best friend been friends for since we were 8 and I'm 50. Okay. I wouldn't. Nah. No. Ugh. Not saying that my best friend ain't fine. Cause she is tall. They call her a glamazon and whatnot. But even if I was strictly clearly, it wouldn't be that one that I want. Too close, like it's like family. You know what I'm saying? For me. So Wendy surprises them and lets them know that they got to change clothes at the restaurant. I can't say that I haven't done it. I had my children. Sidebar. When my children want to do 5 things in the day and they have to be at the library, I go ahead and let them change at the library when it's time to go to dance class. I'm not going to waste my gas coming all the way back home. I just take their little clothes right on up there to them and let them change at the library in the library bathroom. The only thing that I have a problem with is that they always put their clothes on the floor. When I tell them to lay the bags that I bring the clothes in, yeah, black people use multi-uses for plastic bags. So you don't have to worry about us messing up the environment. So these multi-use bags, I tell them just lay them out in the floor and lay your clothes on top of them. But do they ever do it? No. Every time I come in and check on the damn clothes all over the library, bathroom floor, and I immediately come home and wash them. That's me. All right, move right along. So Mia calls Half Pint, aka Murder Inc. And she tells him she just can't wait to see him and she got to have some ink. So she gonna leave them kids wherever they are, where she couldn't find them, and come to him instead of going to her children. And this puts a bee in Ashley's bonnet. So Mia pulls the bullshit that she always do. How y'all forgotten I got 3 children? Well, my oldest boy's in Atlanta. That's why I'm really going, not to get me a booty call. So, have y'all noticed that TJ's title has been reduced to best friend on this episode? Because he started out as something different. I think it was her boyfriend, and now they're changing their tune because they're seeing that their relationship is Walter and Kenya's first season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah. They should be wary of these type of relationships because of what Kenya did, allegedly. Now, in my opinion, I think that she and Walter were dating, but the word on the street is that they weren't, so we're going to roll with that. Because it's the majority rules on that one. A lot of people say that they never were dating. So, Mia is looking over Stacy's shoulder, and she sees TJ in his pics, and she say, tell him to put his pecs away. And then he say, tell her to put hers away. I have breasts, you have pecs. There's a difference. So Stacey wasn't telling him to put nothing away because she don't see him without his shirt on often, because he's buttoned up all the way like a nun or a priest, because they ain't doing the horizontal mambo. Now I just wanted to throw in that I did I don't know if I left it out or it was earlier in the episode, but I wanted to address Karen and Ray, because there was a list that needed to go out for Ray. I think this was on the way to the rum taste. And in that list, she, Giselle bragged about how she's a professional knob slobber. Okay? And Karen is disgusted that she's retired her mouth, but she wants Ray to go down there lick it before he sticky. But I'm just letting you know that he's probably licky because people like, ew. That's what all men do. Because they can't do nothing else. Normally, that thing don't work no more like that. So, if she can get a little licky, and that's all she can get, let that lady get her licky. But, if I was, Giselle is right. I mean, it's probably flaccid when she goes down there and reciprocates, but it's only fair. That man ain't gonna marry Kay. Nope. I don't believe it. I'm beginning to think they're like a little TJ and Stacey. Might as well to be. He's so controlling. We had kids. Girl, you ain't got no damn kids. Stop. So amazingly, it's Stacy who brings up the court case. Okay, I heard some stuff about you. I heard you was suing Deborah. Harry Scary Monster. Yes. And she's countersuing. You suing her for real money? I mean, it's not like she has any money. Gizelle's gonna always take up for the khaki colored people, isn't she? I hadn't said she was in the khaki colored clique in a long time. But there she is. I almost defended the boy. Harry. Scary Monster. Now see, I couldn't just give her Sesame Street because I had to give her a character. You remember all my videos, the blue one with the nose and the eyebrows? Yeah, he wasn't that popular, but I know who Scary Monster is. You have to be an 80s kid to know. So none of them can believe that she's still on that. Yeah, she still should be on there. She said, I'm criminally suing and civilly suing. Now, what? So see right here. Wendy says that Gizelle and Karen really love each other. Now, see, these are the contradictions that I speak of because in that reasonably shady bullshit ass show that they have, I couldn't tell. She was dragging Karen pretty much right along with Robin and then cackling about anything that Robin had to say about Karen. Well, she might have been able to say what she wanted to say on that podcast, but baby, trust me, had Karen been present and in her face would have been cracked on the ground because that's all Karen ever did to Robin on this show. Remember, you are the dizziest bitch at the table. I'm just saying. Did y'all notice how much Stacey loved octopus? She ate some at the round taste. And at the main course, she eating more octopus. Does that have something to do with seeing 8 legs? Does that remind her of the pain that she's not getting? So Mia spins her story, right? And so everybody's looking like, girl, we know you had a rough morning, but I just don't think it's the time or the place for you to be dragging your kids around a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Gordon. But see, that's the narrative that she has spun. So they're just riding with. I don't even think that they think that Gordon is having a manic state every time she decides that she want to bad talk him because, yeah, child, I can't make this up. What do? I mean, I got to a judge and let the judge know that I want full custody. And Karen's like, oh, darling, don't you have full custody? Well, I mean, I went through the same thing. And I tell you this, the damn daddy didn't get a hold to my son. So I didn't mind rolling up with the cops. And I went around there and got Brandon. Take my child nowhere without my permission. No. Child, you want to take my child on a joy ride? Hell no. Like you went on that joy ride when you almost hit Bambi and then you had to go to jail. Like that. Which I hope you do get sentenced. I do. I hope you get sentenced to in those full 2 years. I said it before and I'm damn sure the city can cover. What I said was, and you decide to be perfect Betty, and you act like your kids are perfect when they're really, I'm assuming right here is what she said. So remember, this is alleged. So this is me filling in the blank of what they cut. And I'm not sure why Gizelle wanted it cut because then that would have let people see what she was saying about your children. That's the time not to cut stuff. Duh. So I'm going to assume she said, and they're not perfect. They're little whores. Something like that. So she says, I apologize off camera. And then Giselle's like, well, if you had really meant it, you would apologize on camera as well. Nothing, absolutely nothing that Candace and Wendy did to this lady compared. I'm sorry that you have parameters on what you consider an apology. Well, if you really meant it, you would have done it on camera, whatever. And at the same token, I'm really tired for being on the microscope for what I do on my social media. Apparently, though, that skin is getting on my nerves, and it always has, but it was nothing that you could do about the hole in your face with all that plastic surgery. Nothing. Mia said that she was authentic. I know you fucking lying. Authentic where and when? How? Well, here go Ashley being judgmental with all the shit her and Mr. Now, this the one she should have called out. Not Gizelle's daughters. You're talking about somebody being a hypocrite. Because I don't know what it is that her and Mr. She's done back door, front door, in and out burger, threesomes, twosomes, onesomes, all in the name of being married to Michael. So, Freaky, Deaky, Donkey, Harry, Sally, and all the rest of them. So, she really can't talk because, her story really matches Mia's. Except for her mama lived under the bridge and Mia lived under the bridge. But, hey, same thing. And Jacqueline puts on her cape. I know you guys are concerned, but don't add no more stress to my girl. Because we still be sexing each other. Allegedly. Mia is the center of discussion, Jacqueline, because she's supposed to be. She's making a fool of herself for this show and to keep her flute. And so are you. So they go over what a 613 is. And according to Stacey, nobody should be wearing a 613 but Karen. Because Ashley looks a mess in hers and she just cracks up laughing. Well, Ashley don't look that bad in blonde. Gizelle, I want her to do something different. Yeah. Because she said that Mia was a bombshell in black. Mia is not a bombshell in any way. The skin, people, the skin. Her face looks exactly like that golf ball at the end of Happy Madison. So that's when Gizelle said, well, you haven't been blonde since you was a stripper. No, since I was an exotic dancer dancing at the club for lobsters. And then that's when where they serve lobster and steak. And that's when Karen jumped in and said, well, let's just say that Mia has a lot of work to do when it comes to the girls in this group. Yeah. Okay. I think at this point, they're probably going to start trying to ice her out. I'm not sad about it. Not at all. So wouldn't it be great if Wendy could be a part of an ice out, since how she was always the victim? Awesome. Because now Gizelle's going on her press tour talking about how much she can't stand Mia and that she's dead to her. And the episode closes there. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And share the video. Why? Because sharing is indeed caring. And as I do when I close, I'm going to check them up.